Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 4, episode 1. And last time we closed with Sheldon Cooper on a date with Amy Farrah Fowler. And I need to see the end of that date. I need to see them interact more. So hopefully we jump right into that moment. But if you guys want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like and let's get started.
And now the Kung Pao chicken. Smooth.
Food's cold already.
And it only took 28 minutes.
Impressive, but we must be cautious.
Why?
Skynet?
Today, it's a Chinese food retrieval robot. Tomorrow, it travels back in time and tries to kill Sarah Connor.
Skynet.
The Wallowitz programmable hand designed for extravehicular repairs on the International Space Station.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Ask me to pass the soy sauce.
Oh, does that come up much on the space station?
Oh, it takes a while. It takes a while.
The technology that went into this arm will one day make unskilled food servers such as yourself obsolete.
Ooh.
Really? They're gonna make a robot that spits on your hamburger?
Okay, put out your hand.
Oh, look at that.
Does NASA know you're using that thing as a napkin holder?
They still think it's in a secure locker at JPL.
You stole it?
Borrowed. The trick is to carry it out to your car like you own it.
Wow.
Amy's at the dry cleaners, and she's made a very amusing pun.
Amy.
I don't care for perchloroethylene, and I don't like glycol ether.
Ether. You guys are nerds. Why aren't you laughing?
Sounds like either.
Love that laugh.
LOL.
Aww.
Who's Amy?
His girlfriend.
Sheldon has a girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
How long has this been going on?
4 months.
She's not
4 months.
How did they meet?
Raj and I entered Sheldon's information on a dating site, and it spit out Amy Farrah Fowler.
Oh my god! Sheldon and Amy.
Or as we call
Aw.
him, Shamey.
She ships them so hard. Look at her.
So digging the shamey. What do you communicate about?
Most recently, the possibility of our having a child together.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Amy pointed out that between the two of us, our genetic material has the potential of producing the first in a line of intellectually superior benign overlords to guide humanity to a
Oh,
brighter
wow.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow. What have you guys done?
You don't even like people touching you. How are you gonna have sex?
I don't think he's
On Earth,
thinking
we
about.
have sex.
Yeah.
It will be accomplished clinically with fertility experts in a lab with petri dishes. Which reminds me, you have broad hips and a certain corn-fed vigor. Is your womb available for rental?
For rental. How much we talking?
I can't date Amy.
Why not?
She's not my girlfriend.
Don't think of it as dating a girlfriend. Think of it as getting to know the future mother of your child.
Oh. I hadn't considered that. Suppose you-
You do realize I stand on the other side of the door waiting for you to finish knocking 3 times.
I know. I can see the shadow of your feet under the door. Go on a date with Amy Farrah Fowler. You have to drive me.
What?
You know I don't drive.
Well, ask Leonard.
I did. He said, and I quote, "Ask Penny. It was her cockamamie idea."
Cockamamie idea.
Okay, fine. When's the date?
Now,
Now?
hurry. We're going to be late.
Let me get my cockamamie keys.
God, that feels so good.
Oh. I thought he was, you know.
Oh, yeah, just like a real hand.
Oh no, he got the idea. Oh no.
Dangerous to drive in flip-flops.
Sheldon?
Sorry. I just don't want to be yet another flip-flop fatality.
Is that a thing? Flip-flop fatalities?
Is this your first date?
Does square dancing with my sister at a Teens for Jesus 4th of July hoedown count as a date?
No.
Then this is my first date.
Aww.
Okay. I know more about dating than you, and if you were as smart as you think you are, you would listen to me.
Oh.
If you know so much, how come I have a date tonight and you have nothing better to do than drive me to it?
Fair point.
Not a fair point.
About Aquaman? Yeah? Where does he poop?
Hold that thought.
Oh no.
Hey, Howard, what's going on? Hold on, Howard. Howard, slow down.
Did something go wrong?
The robot hand is stuck on your what?
Oh.
Your check engine light is on. But the light indicates...
Don't bother. I've wasted many an hour tilting at that particular windmill.
Your hair looks very nice.
Are you a homosexual?
No, I was just giving you a call.
Why, are you interested?
Would have been more flattered if you were a homosexual.
Hey, Sheldon, have you told Amy what it was like for you growing up in Texas?
No.
And he's not going to. Oh my god.
It was hell.
I myself grew up in Nebraska. Small town outside of Omaha. You know, a nice place, mostly family farm.
Trying to fill the
meth
silence.
labs.
You meth labs.
Sorry. How is this better than uncomfortable silence?
I don't know, I was just trying something.
Oh, Howard.
You slipped and fell into a robot hand.
Uh-huh.
Penis first.
With your pants off.
Yes, now help me.
I'd suggest a lubricant, but I have a feeling you fell on some of that as well.
Hey, no, don't touch. The program is paused.
Oh, well, then let's unpause.
No, I loaded the wrong program. The hand thinks it's holding a screwdriver in outer space. If you continue the program, it's gonna start twisting.
When Winnie the Pooh got his head stuck in the honey tree, his friends all grabbed onto him and pulled and pulled.
Let's not do that.
You do what you want. I'm not touching another man's honey tree.
Get an electric saw and cut it off.
What? No, saws. One circumcision was enough.
I think he meant... Did he mean the arm or the penis?
I made cookies for you and your little friend!
Don't come up here.
Why not? Are you ashamed of your mother?
Yes, but that's not the point.
Oh, she's here with chaperoning.
This is a big night for Sheldon.
Big night?
First date.
The winter solstice is a big night.
Not the length
Over
of the
14
night.
hours in Southern California.
Tonight is Sheldon's first official date.
Apparently, a semi-incestuous Teens for Jesus 4th of July hoedown didn't count.
Penny, do you go on many dates?
Yeah, I wouldn't say many. A few.
Oh, here come the comments.
What's...
Your characterization of approximately 171 different men is a few.
171.
Where did you get...
Since you've known each other?
71 men.
I saw 17 different suitors.
Okay.
If we work backwards, correcting for observation bias, and postulate an initial dating age of 15.
Whoa, wait. I did not start dating at 15.
I'm sorry, 16?
14.
193 men. Plus or minus 8 men.
Remarkable. Did you have sexual intercourse with all
Oh
of
my,
these
oh
men?
my god.
No.
Now, although that number would be fairly easy to calculate,
Oh.
based on 30.96 sexual partners.
You are so wrong. That is not even close to the real number. I'm gonna need a drink over here.
This is very interesting. Cultural perceptions are subjective. Penny, to your mind, are you a slut?
Oh my god.
This is an interesting topic. How many sexual encounters have you had?
Does volunteering for a scientific experiment in which orgasm was achieved by electronically stimulating the pleasure centers of the brain count?
I should think so.
Then 128.
Oh, into the hospital. Wasn't it erect when he started? And
My, what do we have here?
same nurse as always.
I slipped and fell.
Yeah, we
Into.
get that a lot.
Robot arm.
Where's the rest of the robot?
I only built the arm.
Because that's all you need.
Yeah.
I need an orderly with a wheelchair. I got a robot hand grasping a man's penis out here.
No, wait!
Oh. It's all still there?
Winnie the Pooh is out of the honey tree.
That analogy. Is she gonna charge for that? Healthcare is ridiculous. Cost of healthcare is ridiculous in this country.
This was a very productive evening.
Not
I saw a whole
fun
new
for
side
Penny.
of Amy Farrah Fowler tonight.
I did not have sex with 31 guys.
Amy and I have spent quality time together. I feel much more confident proceeding to the next stage of our relationship.
Baby
And
making.
that is, Sheldon, if you try to make a baby with Amy in a petri dish, I'm going to tell your mother on you.
Trump card
No
pulled.
threat. My mother's
Yeah, it is.
always wanted a grandchild.
Really, your deeply
Not like this.
religious, born-again Christian mother wants a test tube grandbaby born out of wedlock?
Ooh.
Curses.
If I
Curses.
thought of that in the first place, I could have saved myself this whole night.
Well, it's not that late. You can still go out and look for number 32.
That look.
Good night.
Sheldon's scared.
Hey, Howard, what's up? Slow down. What do you mean it happened again?
Of course it did.
William Shatner stars in Bleach.
Of course it did. Howard, you stop trying to get the robot hand to jack you off, please. Oh, I mean, that thing is supposed to go into space. The DNA from his junk is gonna go into space. Does that technically make him an astronaut? I'm joking, but oh, wow, Howard, just wow. I mean, it starts out innocently enough, just intellectual curiosity and using the arm to grab takeout containers out of the bag. 28 minutes to serve the food, and getting the soy sauce for Penny took like a full minute. Sheldon makes some snide remark about how the hand is only a modest leap forward from past technology, and I totally thought Howard was gonna slowly slap him with the robot hand, but he just attempts to flip him off, gives him the peace sign instead. And turns out Howard stole it from his workplace. He was the one who built it, but it was not his property anymore. And yeah, he just really plays it fast and loose with the rules and the law, doesn't he? I mean, aside from the sexual harassment stuff, he brought Stephanie into control the Mars rover and crashed it into a ditch. And now he's getting his penis stuck in a robotic arm that's meant to make repairs on the International Space Station. Oh man, Howard is just too much sometimes. And first he's using it to give himself a massage, which is okay. But then he has that look on his face when he figures out what he wants to do with it. It's kind of a priceless face, but I'm just like, Howard, don't do it. And I'm just curious how tight a grip he was using with that robot hand, because I mean, I assume he was erect when the hand started, and then being stuck in it and the resulting fear of having your junk being twisted off should cause you to lose your erection pretty quickly. Couldn't he just like slip out of it, especially since he apparently used lube? I don't know how Leonard saw that, but yeah, he looked so ridiculous just sitting on his bed with a blanket over his lower half, somehow claiming that he slipped penis first with his pants off into the robot hand. Oh man. Luckily, the nurse or receptionist at the hospital just pressed the button and the hand released, didn't twist or anything. I don't know what the liability would be like if he could sue her if it wound up twisting instead, but it was the same actress who played the nurse or receptionist in the very first episode. I think we've seen her at least another time as well, maybe when Howard had his peanut allergy. I'm not entirely sure though. And then we have Amy and Sheldon's first date. So very, very dirty part of the episode and a very somewhat wholesome, but I don't know if it's completely wholesome part with Amy and Sheldon. Shamey. I kind of wish we got to see more of the first meeting between them, but their first date was nice too. And I love how invested Penny is right from the start upon hearing about them. I mean, first she's incredulous with Leonard and how Sheldon has a girlfriend for 4 months and Leonard hasn't told her. I mean, that is kind of ridiculous. They're supposed to be friends. I mean, there's no way Leonard doesn't know that she'd enjoy knowing about this, right? I guess maybe he was holding it back so that for maximum surprise, the maximum effect. But yeah, Penny immediately ships Sheldon and Amy without even meeting Amy yet. And yeah, she's so curious about what Sheldon and Amy talk about. Turns out they've been discussing having a child together, and that spit take was fantastic. And then, yeah, Penny gets dragged into driving them to their date, and Penny was just trying to make small talk in the car, complimenting the way Amy smells, and she gets asked if she's a homosexual. And then she has to chaperone them on the date, and the topic turns to sexual or romantic encounters, and Sheldon has a lot to say about Penny's just observations and calculations he's done about her love life. And Amy and Sheldon seem to bond over their scientific calculations regarding Penny's love life. Poor Penny. She was just excited to ship these two together, and instead she gets an examination of her sex life. Amy asks her if she thinks she's a slut. Oh my god. But apparently, the conversation continues going, and Sheldon asks if Amy has any sexual encounters, and apparently she did an experiment that stimulated the pleasure centers of the brain, and that counts as a sexual encounter. So 128. Wow, that's a lot. And I don't know if I count those entirely as sexual encounters. Maybe more scientific experiments. It's very clinical. And yeah, Penny looks so bewildered and can't say anything. But yeah, eventually Penny just gets Sheldon to drop the idea of making a test tube baby with Amy by threatening to call his mother. That's the best thing in her playbook for how to deal with Sheldon just being too Sheldon. A test tube baby out of wedlock, I'm sure Mary Cooper would not approve of that at all. So, yeah, very, very funny episode. Ridiculous. Both Howard's junk and Shamey, both very, very funny. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, really helps out the channel. We are 1 week ahead over on Patreon, so check out the link in the description below for that. We also have full reactions up there as well, picture-in-picture. You can see the whole episode. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.